Okay, to kind of show off how you can use tables to regenerate specific models, I've got several models that I'm going to be making some changes to their parameters, which will affect the height of them. So we're going to be modifying the gasket, the front plate, and also the magnet in this particular case. And there's a parameter in each of those. They have different heights. So currently this is shallow at I think about 6.35, and everything else is kind of narrow. So to do this, we're actually going to use that table 3 times. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up each model using that table. And to do that, we're going to reference that using the table, my table, which is the name of that table. Let's just double check that. So the name of the table is my table. And we're going to use that table to open up those models specifically after we erase memory. So this model that's here right now is kind of the final model. But we're going to open up those models individually. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to set using the parameter for each of those. We're going to do a table parameter set for each of those models that's there. That's going to set the parameter name and values for those specific models. And then the last operation we're going to do is a regenerate using the table reference again. So here we've got one table that's actually being used by 3 different operations. And if we run this, you'll notice that the Creo is going to be clearing its memory, and then it's going to open up each of those models and erasing them from memory, and then loading them up and setting those values. So if we open up, we'll notice that in session we have those 3 models that we're working with. And if we open this up and double click on it, you'll see that that's currently set to 15, which is what we expect it to be. So let's go in and actually, as a final operation, do a file open. And we're just going to open up the main assembly, which is speaker.asm. And if we run this again, we're going to clear memory. We're going to load those models into memory, and then we're going to open up our final model here, and you'll see all of the changes that we've made there. If we come in and let's change this from 17.5 to like 10, change the magnet from 15 to, let's do 5, and make the front plate, let's make it something ridiculous like 17.9. And we run this again, you'll notice that we'll be able to come up with a brand new configuration of these components to where this is now thinner, this is thicker, and this is much thinner. So that's basically how the regenerate function can work. It's meant to be used in the context with other functions, obviously. So this is the example that we're kind of presenting to show that off.